Okay, so this is a little tutorial how to use the adjust pathfinding mode. It allows you to change the behavior of the vehicles in game. There is my island city where I can demonstrate how it works. When you open the roads menu, you can see like the small little icon next to the roundabout builder, where you can like open the mod menu, or you can use shortcuts. The default is Ctrl P. Okay, so now with the menu you can select a segment. Let's take this one, and now you can change a few values in this menu. The most important one is the factor here. It says that or it changes how long the segment will appear to the pathfinding algorithm in the game. Of course, by default the segment looks like as long as it is in real life, so the default value for all segments is 1. But with this you can like enter here like both numbers higher than 1 and lower than 1, so it could appear much longer or much shorter. So and why you do this is because like the traffic then will either avoid the segment or it will like attract more traffic. So for example, you can enter some ridiculous number here, for example 100. There you can enter just your custom name, for example segment 1, and then of course save it. And as you will see, as the time will pass, all the traffic will start avoiding this segment and will use these auxiliary roads. The change is not immediate. Well, it takes some time for the traffic to adjust. So then when we go to second possible use case, I have 2 ports here on the outskirts of my city, but the problem is that the traffic is using just the one closer to the city, because like this one is always further away, but I would like to change it somehow. So the possible way to do it is to again select this segment, and by the way, it must be the outgoing segment from the port, because when you're importing goods, like the important thing is how the traffic will get from the port, and if you change it like the value at this segment, it would like change nothing, because the traffic will always go back to the port no matter how long the journey will take. If it makes sense, whatever. So let's go to the segment and set here or set the value again 100, for example, and now take this box event probability, and this means that only part of the traffic will be affected by this change I made here. So with this figure here, about 1/2 of the traffic will use the second port, because it will appear 50%, no 50%, it will just appear the journey through this port will appear so much long that it will choose this one. By the way, the figure here is like I found it like experimentally. This doesn't mean that 70% of the traffic will use the second port. It means like that I tested this, and this should be about half of the traffic. If you made it a little bit higher, then it should affect the traffic a bit more. When you make it slower, it should affect the traffic a bit less. Let's save it. Yeah, simulation must be paused. And Yes, I will clear the traffic so we can see the changes a bit faster. Anyway, it will take some time for it to appear. Okay, so I am back, and as you can see, the cargo ships are now using both the ports. Finally. Yeah, well, the intersection here is like not the best one, but whatever. And if we look at what we did here, you can see that the traffic is actually using the secondary road over here and avoiding the main one. Okay, so of course you can test it with different values here, and like probably you don't want to like kill the whole segment this way, but well, it's up to you how you will use it. What if... Okay, so the last thing, it's not it's a bit unrelated to this, but when you're building an island city, it often happens that and you have very little industry, as I have in this patch of land here, you can encounter that your shops won't have enough goods, and it's because there is like a limit on how much goods you can import. So I just want to give a shout out to mod called I think it's called adjust outside connection limits. Where is it? Yeah, you there you can change the capacity of your outside connections. So well, there will be enough, always enough ships which will carry goods to your city. Yeah, I will link it in description as well. Yeah, this was actually the first problem I encountered with this city build. So well, it may come handy. Yeah, so that's all.